Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and welcome back to... well, we're coming to the final stages of the Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko commentary. It's, kinda crept up on me how far we've really come. But I mean, we still have one little area to go, and we have, well, what's gonna be our final two missions. We won't be tackling them just yet, but because we have a little secret mission before we enter, well... I have no idea what this area is supposed to be, and keep in mind, this is meant to be on, like, Gex's island cave, so he has an entire town as well, I guess. Whatever. Anyway, let's all sing a little song about how the devil went to Funky Town. We all know that the devil went to Funky Town. So yeah, Gex apparently has this miniature city, or whatever. And basically what we're going to be doing now is that we're going to be tackling... superhero show, and the secret mission. The last of the secret missions. They're now going to be extinct after this. Now, in terms of these next two missions, well, we're getting the bullshitty one out of the way first, but... I don't know, I do like this area. I kinda wish there was, like, maybe an extra, like, mission that kinda goes with the grimy urban theme, but... what can you do? Speaking of grime, we have this... like, little... condo-ish area? I don't really know what this is meant to be, like judging by like the parody advertisements or whatever the hell else is going on here, I think it's meant to be like this really disheveled looking nude beach. And you'll see what that is in a little bit, but like, I don't know, this has got like nuclear waste barrels all over the place, the deck chairs that'll eat your soul, there's like garbage everywhere, there's pool toys left strewn about, which is kinda no different from any other beach really. And well, basically, all it's missing is a dead body on the beach, and we'd be set for the most scummy place that anybody has ever gone. But again, like all other secret missions, collect all the fly coins, and you should be golden. And you wanna know why I think this is meant to be a nude beach? Well, here, a nerd beach, because nerds like to strip off and... that doesn't really bear thinking about, but... yeah, a weird little location, but I mean... it kinda fits, I guess. Don't really know what this is really meant to be parodying, because I mean, at least with the others you could, like, kind of infer, like, I don't know, deep sea exploration, or, like, shark attack movies, or... I don't know, I mean, at least Akuji the Heartless was at least distinct enough. This is just... I don't know. But I mean, anyway... well, there's not really much to say in terms of aesthetics here, it's just a disheveled beach area. Which I think honestly could have had a little bit more done with it, but I suppose it does kind of, like, speak to those, like, holiday destinations if you've ever been there, like, you know, stuff that's generally kept in disarray, and, you know, the trip isn't quite as fun as you thought it was going to be, to the point where you just think, you know what, I'm going to stay home, play video games, and avoid the world as I let my seasonal depression sink in. I don't really know what to say. I guess also the fact that they also kind of reuse the Marsupial Madness theme song, which is kind of strange. They do this like 3 times actually. First is for, you know, the Fairy Tales TV level, the second of which is for, well, Marsupial Madness obviously, and now for this, it's just, could have used a little bit more variety in your soundtracks. I mean, and if you were going to reuse a theme, like, why not, I don't know, one from like Gex 2 maybe? If you really want to, if you're really stretching for tracks? Oh well, it's a mystery to me. No, actually, I think this is also the one secret mission with the distinction of not having a secret clapperboard thing, actually, because there are only really 3 cutscenes in the game, and, well, we've kind of already got them with the previous 3 missions, so, yeah, kind of sucks. I mean, out of all the parody levels that I think could have used a cutscene, like, I don't know, the anime channel would have been nice. Even if it probably would have been a bit expensive, because I'm not really sure how much, like, CG cutscenes would have cost back in the day. Well, then again, this was part of Eidos, and they did have some pretty decent budget for it, so who knows? Yeah, well, food for thought, I guess. But either way, the last secret mission is complete, the vault is now unlocked, and I might show a little bit of that off, either next part or the penultimate part. But either way, now we have our chicken suit, and we can finally enter Superhero Show. And considering the genre's stable popularity at this current point in time, possibly, that might be subject to change in the next, like, 5 to 10 years. We'll just see how things play out in the 2020s. Yeah, relevant slash kind of relevant slash probably not by the time you see this, like, 9 years down the line, assuming that these videos are still around. Anyway, I don't think it's really parodying anything specific beyond, like, a general sort of pastiche of, like the Tim Burton / Joel Schumacher Batman movies or, like, bits of Spider-Man influence here and there. I mean, to be honest, Gex's outfit kind of looks like more like, you know, hello, human fly here. No, I mean, at least you get more usage out of the acid power-up, which you can use to spit things and watch them burn to death. The only real unique thing to this level is the fact that, well, a lot of the buildings are segregated and you get to explore around the city a little bit, and the fact that you can kind of make use of Gex's climbing ability. Yeah, remember when Gex could, like, climb on all surfaces? You know, kind of not really taking advantage of the fact that he can do that. The games kind of progressively forgot that the more they went on. I mean, I kind of get the principle, because, you know, having Gex climb everywhere would break the game, but, like, at the same time, though, you would have thought that, given the fact that you could use his abilities, and plus the fact that I think games like Neversoft's PS1 Spider-Man game kind of had the ability to use the camera and, you know, not make it incredibly glitchy. I don't know, they could have worked something out, but... oh well. Anyway, this level is, it's kind of another example of more of a tedious slog, in the sense that, much like the Buccaneer program, you know, Mythology Network and Fairy Tales TV, you do have to do a lot of back and forth, you know, work just to get back to the specific area, which is part of the reason why I'm kind of combining 2 objectives in one, in the sense that you'll be seeing, like, all 3 objectives, but you'll be only entering the TV once, because, well, fuck it. Again, the first thing that you're going to be doing right here is saving 3 cats, which we use by hitting them and, like, turning them to static, which is, well, a little bit creepy, you know. But anyway, that's the first objective out of the way. Again, I'll keep on going into my critiques as the SuperZeroes show, but I mean, I don't want to say that the level is necessarily bad. It's just a little bit, it's a bit of a marathon. Because, I mean, you gotta be doing all the same stuff to get back to where you were previously. And on top of that, the sparse level design and the fact that we have a very limited draw distance by proxy of it being on the PS1 is that you don't really get to see a lot of what you're meant to be doing. Again, like, throughout the level you'll be encountering, you know, criminals, the ones that you'll need to be attacking for this specific objective is mainly down to, you know, the generic convict stripes that they have to wear. And again, they'll throw explosions at you, and your main enemy, as of one of the mission objectives, is the Mad Bomber, which is basically a reskin of the Santa Claus mini-boss. So yeah, as you can imagine, things aren't exactly the most original around here. And then I suppose my other big problem with this level is really the fact that, well, you can quite easily die due to the fact that there is a very large bottomless pit, and well, yeah, don't fall off, otherwise you will die. There is a way to get around the city quite easily with, you know, crawling across the walls and all that, but the thing of it is that it's kind of, well, I mean, unless of course you know where you're going, and, well, until you get a specific power-up, it's not really that clear where you need to go, so, I don't know, your spatial awareness is kind of, topsy-turvy when it comes to navigating around this sort of area, but apart from that, it's not too bad of a level, just, I don't know, just a bit of a marathon in the long haul, really. I don't know. That, and I suppose they could have also made some of the parody elements a little bit more particular on the long side, maybe giving us, like, a little bit more of a ground level so that we could, like, fall down to, or maybe help... Actually, you know what? Kind of similar to what we had in the Fairy Tales TV level, maybe, like, having a little teleport system. So, like, again, if you happen to fall to the floor, you could just teleport back up to some of the higher buildings and, you know, kind of reduce travel time. Again, potential idea for a Gex 4 if any developers from Crystal Dynamics or any other future video game developers are listening. Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Oh, God, I forgot the microphone was there. Fuck it. Anyway. I don't know. Like, I mean, in terms of, like, the general aesthetics and everything else that you're going to be doing, it's fine enough for what it is. I just kind of wish that they went a little bit further with the concept and maybe made it a little bit more, you know, easier to navigate around, since we are getting a power-up right here that will quite easily mitigate that, but I suppose, I don't know, just making things a little bit more convenient for the player who has to go back through the level. And yeah, unlike the strength power-up that you get, this is permanent, so I mean, if you collect the strength power-up, don't worry, you'll return to Chicken Gex, I guess. Whatever, but anyway, this does allow you to hop from rooftop to rooftop, but I mean, again, considering the fact that it is a gliding power-up, well, you gotta be careful where you land, because otherwise you might not be getting back up. And yeah, this is also the very same roof that you saw before. It's just that, well, we made it to the top because, well, fly coins plus poor coins. And again, this is basically all you're doing. Hit the bombs back to him. You can actually get to the area right beside him, actually. Again, there's a little fan area where you can get, you know, shot up. And you can go right to the side of him. I don't think you can hit him traditionally, because, you know, he'll just kind of jump around and avoid your attacks. So, yeah, just go from a distance, use the bombs, and bada bing, you do the thing. And yeah, we are also cutting to the several places where these generic criminals show up, because they are the agents of the Mad Bomber dude and all his cartoonish glory, so fuck it, let's get it out of the way. Again, I do apologize if I don't really have much to say on this level. It's just, it's kind of dull, but it's over now. We have now finally freed ourselves from the evils of the superhero channel, and now we can finally get back to the good stuff. So I guess without much else to say, well, actually I do have a little bit more to say, in the sense that I'm kind of padding out for time. Okay, now I have nothing more to say. See you dudes and dudettes, I'm Solidus-Skully, see you next time for an actual, more exciting part. See you later.
I'm back! Did you miss me terribly?
Maybe a little. By the way, am I rescued yet?
Well, I'm still working on that.
Well, call me back when I'm about to be saved.
Yeah, sure.